Hey Baker art friends, it's Mrs. Herbay. And part of your art experience this year will include a 30-minute class here at Baker with me, but it will also include a remote lesson that you will do on one of the days that you are not here at Baker. So for our first remote art lesson, I would like us to start to think about what is art? Why is it worth studying? Why do you actually have it in, why are you actually learning about art? And to kind of start that conversation, I have this really cool story. It's called Art Is by Bob Ratzka. And I'm going to have a link to me reading this story to you. And that will kind of open up our minds to start thinking about what art is. And then I wanted to share with you eight reasons that I feel that artists create art. And I wanted to kind of share those ideas with you to inspire you, because a lot of times when someone might say, well, draw me a picture, you think, well, what do I draw? Or what, how, right? And so I'm going to share those 8 ideas with you real quickly. The first thing, or the first reason that an artist may decide to create art is to make people feel something. Any type of emotion, whether it be happiness, sadness, wonder, whatever it is. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2, people may make art to celebrate their cultural heritage. So there are a lot of different types of art that are cultural traditions that people have been creating and doing for thousands upon thousands of years. So that's a reason. The third reason is to tell a story. Sometimes when you look at art, it is telling a story, believe it or not. The fourth reason is to capture beauty in nature. And we're coming into, well, I think all the seasons are pretty cool, but we're coming into a really cool season of fall where we're going to see the leaves start changing. We're going to see the colors are going to, as you maybe take a drive with your parents out in the country, you're going to see a lot of beauty. If this summer, if you went away to the beach, I know the beach just always leaves me in awe with the way the sky looks and the ocean and whatnot. And I'm sure there's so many things in nature that are so amazing, even just looking at the closeness of a flower. So that's one way that artists, that's another reason artists create artwork, is to celebrate nature. The fifth one is to actually document or capture historical events or important people throughout history. The sixth one is to, oftentimes artists create art to show off their artistic skill, right? They practice and they practice and they practice, and then they push themselves and they create something really amazing to kind of show off their skill. The seventh thing would be to, sometimes artists create art to bring attention to everyday objects. Andy Warhol's a perfect artist who is an example of that. And so sometimes just drawing your scissors or your pencil or things you find around the house, that's another way that that's another inspiration for artists to create art. And the last thing, which is maybe the most important thing, is that artists create art to make people think. So a lot of times artists want to convey a message, whether it be that they agree with something that's happening in our world or they disagree, but they create art to communicate a message, and that message can be very, very powerful. So as you go into this week, I want you to think about those 8 things, and I'm going to post an assignment for you to do in response to that, and I want you to listen to the book. I want you to listen to me reading the book Art Is.